sent to exile. We all know the routine. We all know our United States will deal with you when you don't want to be the puppet anymore, including Latin American. United States work only with the people that most look like them. United States will not be conquer France, will not be conquering the people that most in the European group that choose to be I'm superior than every other ethnic group. United States will not be conquer these folks because they are the same type of people. So they will be conquer Russia because Russia is a different ethnic group. They will conquer China. They will conquer North Korea, South Korea, or any other group if you not going to be the puppet anymore. If you're not going to be listen to them anymore. If you're not going to be say I'm in a servant country, I need to be independent. I'm not going to be taking dictation from you, United States, anymore. United States is a baby. United States is like a baby that's crying for milk. United States not even been around for too long. United States is just I don't want to be wrong. United States didn't take the independence from England not too long ago. They just a new kids in the block. So, including our ancestors that came here from Haiti to help United States get the independence. You can see in Chicago, we have in Louisiana, in Chicago, including all the Latin American, our ancestors came to help them fight from all the ethnic group to help them get their independence. So, for those of you that don't know, United States is just a baby that using the bully, losing the language, losing the power, so-called themselves because of the skin color, of the eyes color. They use the hair texture. So they always claiming the people that look like me, like say, I don't want to say black and white. There is nobody white, nobody black. Only Mother Earth nature. Only Mother Earth that black and white and create color. Just like you see the flowers. Different species. But we let them give us, we let them lying to us, telling you they are better because they claim to be a group of supremacy that they can conquer and they can put the foot anywhere in the world, saying whatever they want, do whatever they want to your country. When you refuse, they drop bomb on you. They will kill your leader. They will rape your woman. They will kidnap your children. They will put them in bondage. They will slavery with them. And that's what they do best, including England. So that's who they are. That's how they are. So anyway, the message the main point I wanna for my complaint is for Aristide. Aristide, you been conquering twice under United States power, Canada and France and other European countries. I have a message for you, Jean-Bertrand Aristide. A priest always gonna be a priest. As I already know, you are a Freemason. You cannot be a priest, not be initiated as a Freemason. You are a Freemason by the Roman Catholic Vaticans. Okay? You have the Pope, you have to be bowed to, you have the senior Pope, you have to be bowed to. We know you did a lot of crime when you get involved in this church. A lot of you pregnant, the nun. A lot of you, since everybody know the nun cannot have children. So a lot of them, you guys, killing the babies after they get pregnant because since they're not allowed to have children. But we know the crime that's going on in the Roman Catholic Church organization. I don't have to go in detail. If some of you guys refuse not to understand what's going on there, that's on you. But we know what's going on in every group of religious. Mankind choose to control the world, to control people. We know what's going on. So, Jean-Bertrand Aristide, my message is directly to you right now. A formal complaint to Mother Gaia, to our ancestors, to our ancient indigenous that was resigned in the land of Hayti. Boya Kiskeya. Some of you guys call it Hayti Toma. Hayti is a spiritual realm. Hayti is not even a country. Hayti is not a place you should play with. The planet sitting inside Hayti. As we all know, Hayti, technically, for many of you don't know your history, is Starcy, is Lemurian, is Pre-Alien, is Arcturian, is every form of spiritual realm Hayti is. I find out a couple days ago the United States CIA embassy went to your house in Taba to have a meeting with you. They're seeking a temporary president to set up an election in Haiti after they murder Jovenel Moïse. Nobody knows if this man is murdered. He may be hiding somewhere. United States may be hiding him somewhere in France and Canada or anywhere in the world. We don't know. Because his family seem to be don't even care. His wife, she's looking to be the ex-president. So, and his wife know exactly what happened to Moïse. His wife giving away his secret, his spirituality. Away to the enemy. So that was the reason. If he's really murdered, because nobody ever see Moïse in a casket. Nobody ever see him when he was buried in his country land, in the countryside of Okap in the north. Nobody ever see. All we see a casket. We don't know if he was a walk inside of it. We don't know if he was some other people that the parents didn't claim the body to do the funeral. We don't know who was inside the casket because it was an open casket, and many people say Moïse was already buried long time ago before we saw the delegation went to the north to pay the last respect to Moïse, to the last president of Haiti that was put there also by the colonizer, by United States, national and international Haiti. So Haiti not supposed to have presidents. Haiti is an empire. So just to start, I'm going to go deeper in that. Hopefully I have enough battery in my tablet to complete the video. Haiti is an empire land. Dessalines is empire. And Dessalines is back. We wasn't able to mention or independent father mention his name for 40 years because of the colonizer. They know who Dessalines is. Dessalines, Cantoya, Guiton, Capral Amor, to name a few. Chalmay Peral, that's later on in 1915 when United States returned back to conquer Haiti. Macandal, Boukman, Cecil Fatima. Okay? It wasn't only Dessalines. So it was a whole entire cruise of our ancestors that say enough is enough. You're not going to bully us anymore, France and United States and Canada. When I say France, United States and Canada, even if you see them in a different part of the land, even if you see them speaking different language, they are the same people. They create this language, which is a Tray language. English and French is a Gregorian, okay? Is a Gregorian, is a patois, Tray language that create to trade with people all over the world. Okay? English and French, okay, has no script. It's just a broken language, has no script. For those of you that don't know. So, just to inform you, Haiti is an empire. It's a king empire ruled by our ancestors. It's a shaman empire. It's a spiritual realm. When you come to president is a lower job in this planet. It's a lower administration job. It doesn't matter. Don't let the United States fool you. Just like you see Biden right now, that in charge of the United States, it is in charge of for a group of corporation of the 52 states, just every single president of the United States. They don't care for the land. They don't care for anybody else. They care for the benefits of the pocket. That's what when you see them came to office, I think the United States president is like about $200,000. I might be wrong, but when they get off office 5 years later, 4 years later, if they go for a second term, 8 years later, they become a millionaire. Some of them become a billionaire. Did you ever ask yourself how they become a billionaire or a trillionaire after 8 years in office or 4 years in office? Okay? Ask yourself how that happened. But because they stole, they lied, they're dealing with all kind of unlawful business all over the world to keep them success for the rest of their life, for the children, the grandchildren, for generation and generation. Okay? As both of you know, Biden wasn't the election, didn't win the election a couple years ago. That was for Trump. They stole it from Trump because they see Trump was going to expose them in the wall after, if they give them another 4 years in office. You see how he was dealing with them, how he was rolling with them, especially when the pandemic just started. You see the reaction they were going toward him, especially the Democrat Party and his office and his administration. So you all knows, I don't have to go in detail. Okay? So Haiti is not a country, for those of you that don't know, to play with. Even if you see it as chaos as it is, even if you see it is upside down, is a giant bear that's sleeping. Not the people you see that going in the daily basic, that's barely can eat, that's miserable, that not happy, that starving, that dirty. It's not them. Don't focus in the people, in the physical people. It's the land you need to be focused on if you're a spiritual being. It's not a land you should be playing with. The land at mountain, the land of our Tainos, of our ancestors, Lemurians, Tarsis, ancient Kemet, ancient Alkebulan, is not a land you should play with in Haiti. Our ancestors are alive, our ancestors always alive. Even those mankind of Asian people who choose to be in the church, they choose to be ignoring their ancestor bloodline. They don't care to give them honor and respect, to pull coffee for them, to bring them flowers, to clean up the cemetery, to show them honor and respect. Okay? But guess what? Many of us is doing it in the United States and all over the world, even those that not doing it in Haiti. But a lot of us in that spiritual high consciousness level is connecting with our ancestors all over the planet. Because remember, our planet is one. Our planet is is in one higher, powerful Mother Earth, Gaia. We can connect along. We find water, air, earth, plant, fire, seawater. Anywhere in this planet, we connect with our ancestors anywhere we are in the world. Just to let you know. Even you see those Asian people, 99.9 of them are church people. Even those that claim they're in voodoo culture, they're not. The voodoo you see the Asian people doing in Haiti, controlled by the Roman Catholic. It is a Roman Catholic, Mambo and Hungan. You see that in Haiti. Also, the Freemason, the Kabbalists, those you see them that on TV, the women that talking about Joshua. You don't even know who Joshua was. Those women that talking about Hebrew. Those women that talking about the Torah, the Tanakh, the Torah, the Bible. They don't know what they're talking about. Because the Bible was created not by Christ. Okay? That was Joshua on our planet. Okay? Was living in Palestinian. Okay? His name was Joshua ben Joseph. So, if the so-called Jew religious people don't believe in Jesus, why are you Asian people claim to be Jesus is your savior? Joshua was a man, just like many other men that was crucified, burned in this planet over 200 years ago when they were taught telling the truth. Just like many of us that stand up to the truth, either here, United States, or anywhere in the world, you will be killed. It was something like that that's happened to Joshua, because by him he was taught you about love and respect to one another, love and light to nature, respect the consciousness that was coming to you, which is what happened right now. So humankind wasn't ready, but the modern Roman Catholic destroy him, kill him for telling the truth, especially with Joshua. Especially he was talking about taxpayer. It's just like us. If we say now we're not paying United States any tax, they will want to conquer us. They will want to kill us, because if we don't pay their tax, how they're gonna get paid? If we don't feed them, they're gonna go starving. So that's what happened to Joshua. For those of you women that's in the cattle, that's in the blockies, that's in any form of spiritual, any form of television channel that talking about Kabbalists, talking about the voodoo, talking about the message, the Messiah, what you have for Haiti, all of them are lies. You don't know who Haiti is. If you don't know who you are, how you gonna know what you're going to be talking about? You don't even know the land of Haiti. You don't even know the name of Haiti. You don't even know the name of your ancestors. You disrespectful to the Saline. You don't care about your ancestor that wasn't only in a physical flesh. Our ancestor was a deeply spirituality being. So they will connect with everything that you cannot see. So how in the world you be able to talk about spiritual work in Haiti when you had a Bible translation in Creole in your hand to talk about spirituality was going to be happening to Haiti? So you can't. You too small to know that, because you're not even enlightening with your own spirituality yourself. So you guys need to stop putting word that's going to be happening to Haiti land, because word is energy. Whatever you send in nature is going, Mother Earth going to be receiving. Just like you guys keep claiming who's going to be die. You guys using too much word. You don't know the meaning of it. You don't know if word is powerful, word is energy. When you send what you send to the planet, that's what Mother Nature going to be received, and it's not going back void to you. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, let me focus to Aristide. I can complete with the video before my battery shut down. Aristide, I don't think you that ignorant. I don't think you're going to allow United States to put you back in that shithole so-called White House in Haiti, whatever you guys call Palais National. I don't think you're going to allow that little woman who don't have no conscience, or a criminal, a CIA that murdering our people in Haiti, that killing our young children, that support the gun violence in Haiti, especially G9, what barbecue control right now. So I find out Lalim went to your residence to advise you to control preparing an election for Haiti. If I was you, I don't know what the answer you give to the CIA of Embassy of United States, including France, Canada. If I was you, you tell them take a hike. If you know who you are, a priest always gonna be a priest. You're not going to be forget what you learn in your chamber, what you learn in your secret ceremony. You're not going to be forget, Aristide, what you learn in your secret word, what you're not supposed to be share with anybody but you. You're not going to forget that. You know what United States did to you twice in Haiti. You know the abuse you get from the Roman Catholic and the Vatican, what you've been trained to trade your people, to lie to your people. You know the church, what happened to the church, the Saint Jean Bosco Church, the Saint Jean Bosco Church in Haiti. You know what happened to our people. You know what happened in Cité Soleil. You know what happened in Delma. You know what happened to our people that been torturing after the murder of Jean-Jacques Dessalines. Sadly, I heard many of your speech. The only people you keep talking, sometimes you remember to talk about our ancestors. The only people you are honoring and talking is only to Saint Louverture. So, you know you will be conquered if you wasn't giving honor and respect to Jean-Jacques Dessalines. And Jean-Jacques Dessalines did not approve you in Haiti because you are a priest, a Freemason, and Jean-Jacques Dessalines was a spiritual high power consciousness. We don't deal with Freemason, we don't deal with the church. You know what the church, especially the Arab church, what they did to our young men and young women, what they did to our ancestors. So, Jean-Jacques Dessalines did not approve you in Haiti. That's why you get conquered twice. Even if you were elected as a form of Democrat to Haiti by low consciousness of people, what we call the ghetto, the people that crying for food, the people that uneducated, the people that don't know who they are, the young people that you were elected by, not the people that in a higher conscious level. So you know what I'm talking about. So, the message I have for you, Jean-Bertrand Aristide, please do not accept any offer to prepare any election for any Asian colonizer that living in Haiti right now, or that living outside Haiti, that United States going to put there to control the land for another 4 years or 5 years. Do not accept any offer from France and Canada and United States or any other European country that offer you to prepare an election for their benefits. Do not allow that. If you do, even you have the energy to disappear, okay? Hopefully you don't give your secret to your wife, just like Moise gave his secret to his wife. And guess what? His wife betrayed him when they went 11 months ago to his residence, okay? When they went to his residence and they murdered him. So hopefully, as a priest, you know better not to give your secret to your wife, okay? Including your children, okay? So since you have children now, because when you have children, a part of you change. When you have wife, you become sensitive. You have family now to be worried about. So if I was you, a couple weeks ago, United States put in an article regarding the money France stolen from Haiti. Please, don't go for that lies. United States and France, they are the same beast. Do not allow any emotion for these people to come to your house because they wanna talking about the money, or they want to be talking about a waking up call for the article United States put in the money France stole from Haiti. Remember, United States stole from Haiti too, not just France. United States conquering Haiti, as right now they all in Haiti destroying our land, destroying our people, destroying our wealth. Stolen our wealth. They call Haiti the poorest country in Latin America, but Haiti is the richest country in the world. Why? They love to be living in Haiti. They enjoy Haiti. They go to Haiti to rape our children, 10-year-old, 15-year-old, 11-year-old. They go to enjoy their vacation in Haiti. Haiti is the only place that have most organization for non-profit, for body organ, okay? They pretending they creating hospital, they creating education, when education is trash, education is books being created by the Roman Catholic. If Haiti was educated, why the Asian children can't even come to United States, okay, to do the internship just like in any form of career, just like the European do. The French student can come to United States, do the internship. England, China, Indian, okay, Canada, come here to do the internship in a job that after they're almost done with the education in their homeland. Why the Asian people can do that? Why the Asian people, why France can send their children to do the internship in Haiti? So that's showing you the education you are getting in Haiti is trash. They're not educate your people. Your young people in Haiti now should be in a high education in high-tech, technology, IT, development, okay? And science, okay? And high and 3D lineage doctoral degrees. Why they're not having it? Why they cannot go to United States or anywhere in the world to do the internship or to have a job just like other people can do that connect with the European organization? Okay? I'm gonna leave it like that. So Aristide, you have no respect for our ancestors. I know the spirituality work you did in Haiti to give power to the Roman Catholic, to give power to the colonizer to continue conquering Haiti. Guess what? The seat is closed. Our ancestors back. Jean-Jacques Dessalines is back. If you accept to go back in that shithole White House in Haiti that damaged since 2010, nobody can even fix it with all the money that we have in Haiti. If you accept to return back, to create an election, give back to these colonizers, to give energy back to this enemy, that the enemy to our young people, that our enemy to our ancestors, you're not going to live. You're going to be disappeared. Okay? This is not a threat to you. Our ancestors not gonna allow that. Our ancestors closed the gate of the spirituality work in Haiti for any outsider that going to be control this land anymore. Tell the CIA of the embassy, United States, you're not going to be prepare an election for the colonizer. Okay? This is my message to you. If you take that from them, if you accept that offer, that will be the biggest mistake you make in your life, beside the other mistake you already did in this land. Okay? Please. The message I have, I find out the French embassy went to your university to see what they can offer you. Do not accept anything from France. Do not accept anything after what they did to you, after what they did to the country. It's not just you now personally. It's the country that they destroyed. It's the people that they destroyed. It's our people, the young people that were supposed to be preparing their education, prepare themselves to build another generation in Haiti after me and you gone, transition back to our ancestors. Now, where is these young people now? They have weapons. They're killing each other. They're whipping each other. And Haiti now become Tabaland. Haiti now become, if we were living in Palestine, that were shooting in the dry land 24 hours. That's the way Haiti look now. So, and I know you know better, Aristide, not to accept it, including even that other guy that they call Prévert. Please, I know you ain't not the colonizer.